He said he was good tonight.
He did indeed. Has he been on Telegram at all today? He has not. He's probably still asleep.
Would he want us to call him?
Go for it.
Oh, I have to do it? If he yells at me, I'm going to blame it on you.
That is totally fair. I will absolutely accept that. This seems so dramatic.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, give me a sec.
Okay. What was that?
That went exactly how I thought it would.
So I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye and I looked the other way. What else could I do? I just stood at the doorway and you. I'd rather be drunk with you. I'd rather be drunk, but I'm caught outside the bar talking to a floozy. The song's all wrong. This is not my...
Hey, Internet! Highway 47 here with you, and just this whole world, man. This is Shaggy B. With me is Dracofunk. How's it going, Draco?
Hi.
And Scrodrick. Say something to the people, Scrodrick.
It is a sunny day this evening. Or
That's
something.
a lie, and you know it.
You.
And we're here to continue enjoying the Orville. We're on season 2, episode 3, titled Home, and this shit better be better than the last two, or there's going to be a problem.
I have some good news.
Yeah?
Maybe. Wait. No, I don't
Good
remember.
news,
Never
everyone.
mind. Never mind. I don't have any good news.
Okay, well, I did kind of spring the beginning of this episode on you guys, so...
Well, as an aside, I do really like this episode because I've seen it. I've seen all of the Orville so far.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I have a question for you.
What's the question for me?
Like, what does home mean to you?
That's a tough one.
Cutting that whole part out.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Let's see.
So,
I have a question for you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
How well do you handle horrible injuries?
Very badly.
Okay.
Horrible injuries, you say?
Draco. Yes.
I'm trying to think.
Draco, how do you handle them? When
Like,
you see them happen on
when
something
I see
you're
them
watching?
happen,
Yes.
not very well.
Probably a little.
Actually, really, really not well.
Okay.
I was reading an article about heart attack symptoms earlier today, and I almost passed out from it.
Okay.
Like, really not
So-
well.
Okay. So grab a drink and brace yourself for the beginning of season 2, episode 3 of the Orville Home.
All right. I can't wait.
Oh, okay.
Do you have an IMDb rating for us, Dracofunk?
8.3?
Okay, good.
I can also tell you this episode aired January 10th, 2009.
2019, you mean?
Did I say 2009?
Well, you might have because your connection's skipping a little bit. So I'll ask you something I haven't asked for a while. What were you doing on January the 10th, 2019?
What was I doing? I was rehearsing.
I just got prompted for a Windows update. Remind me tomorrow. I was...
You remember getting prompted for that update at, January 10th?
No, I got prompted for the Windows update right after I clicked the fucking calendar so I could look at when January the 10th was.
Oh.
Oh, there you go.
That was a Thursday. I was back to work after my vacation.
After leaving my house.
After leaving your house in shambles.
Let's see, if it was a Thursday, I was probably sitting at home, and I had to wait until early Friday morning to have Hulu upload the episode.
We may have recorded that night. Let's look. I will check the master spreadsheet.
We did not, I'm pretty sure, because I was rehearsing that night.
That would make sense. We did record the next night.
That I believe.
Yes. So I was probably editing the episode that came out that day, or the next day, which was Skin of Evil. That's probably what I was doing that day. I don't really remember. It was like a month ago.
Yep. So, we're going to watch this on Hulu. And that means some things. Scrodrick, you want to tell them?
So, what we're going to do is we're going to start the episode. And sometimes, lately though, it hasn't been giving me that little advertisement splash screen with Alara like bashing down the door. So, get the episode started, pause it, and hit that 10-second rewind button. It's just to the left of the play button, and get yourself at 0. And then Shaggy B is going to give us a 5-second countdown. And when he says 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now, that's when you hit your play button, and you should be with us.
And if you're not, there's nothing we can do about it, really.
Yes, and there's a couple things to look out for. If there's a skip intro button sometime in the future, do not click it. We aren't going to, and we will make fun of you if you do. And 2, I blanked out on what I was going to say.
Well, I was really curious because I couldn't think of a second thing.
No, there is a second thing I wanted to talk about, and now I'm forgetting because I've been awake for all of, 30 minutes?
Maybe. Could it be the fact that there may be commercial breaks in the streaming you're using?
And we will maybe tell you about them. So that way, if you are watching perhaps a not ad-free source of the Orville, you can still stay with us, but we're very bad at it, so we will do our best, but there's no guarantees.
Sometimes we tell you Sometimes we tell you late, in which case it really doesn't help.
We try. We try. We do our best.
That is the hazard you take when you live dangerously by watching not the same version we are.
Yes, we are 3 guys who we all have day jobs, and we just like to watch.
I have a night job.
We are 3 guys who...
Scrodrick, sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's acceptable to go to work during the day. Also, I'm pretty sure
when I have a meeting at noon and they're like, why do you look like you want to... Well, not... Take that part out. That's not acceptable in today's society.
It's just going to be a beep. Why do you look like you're going to beep everyone?
Well, when I first wake up, there's a problem that some guys have.
This song is about a problem that I have frequently.
Yes.
There are three. Okay, I'll stop there. Don't want to get a content ID strike.
Yes.
We have an open copyright strike on our channel, actually, from one of our theme songs, or not strike, but a content ID claim from a theme song that is a false claim. It's a false match. And it's been on dispute now for 29 days, and it goes away tomorrow if they don't respond to it, which they're required to. And I think, actually, since they filed the claim and didn't respond to the dispute, they'll have, consequences to their account.
Oh, good.
I hope they do, because this needs to stop.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Hooray, YouTube. If you know of a good hosting service for hour to, say between 1 and 2.5 hour long podcasts that can handle the amount of content we put up that isn't YouTube and gets an audience, please let us know at highway47productions@gmail.com, because I would really rather not be using YouTube as our primary distribution source.
Or our channel will be closed tomorrow.
Could be that too, yeah. Who knows? In which case, we'll still make these, and I don't know, find like a public access cable channel somewhere.
I will buy one of those little microphones that transmits on like AM radio and has a radius of 300 yards, so my neighbors can all listen to us.
Or run a pirate radio station. Perfect.
Yes.
Oh, God. Well, you guys ready to start this? Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. This is the Orville Season 2, Episode 3, titled Home. And we are starting it off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
It's not a view of the ship.
No.
Is that the first time?
I don't think so, no.
Hmm. Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. I know what's going to happen now.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a creaking.
Okay.
So it's over now.
It's over now.
So
She has
So,
space
sorry, guys.
osteoporosis. That's fine. You're old. Yep. So what happens when you're in too low of a gravity field?
hey, so like when I say I don't do good with like seeing injuries and stuff,
Oh no.
it's because like I feel them when
Yeah.
I watch them.
Uh-huh.
What's that called? Anyway, yeah.
I'm sorry.
See, with me, it's more like blood and circulation related stuff. Like, just makes me faint.
Yeah, I can't really do that well either. However, I can butcher an animal.
That's
Oh,
ironic. I have a really disgusting story that I will not tell because it's really embarrassing for the other person involved. That involves me doing that later when the recording's done. And you at home just get to wonder.
You get to guess.
Actually, you guys may have heard me tell it recently.
So in the comments, guess what the story is.
Yes, guess
we will tell you if you were right or not.
Guess what made
Hey,
me
commercial
really
break.
uncomfortable.
We're back.
Woo.
Home.
We're back home.
Turn the gravity up in your quarters. But it's only been 4.5 years. Sounds like now. I kind of want to see what gravitational prophylactics they're all going to wear. They would.
Yeah, we proved that a couple times.
I mean, Tasha still had her job in the last episode of Star Trek.
Exactly, it was like 7 years, and she died. She flat out died. she got literally like zapped to hell by an inkjet cartridge.
Some oatmeal mixed with printer ink. I don't know.
You know, I fully support all this, but at the same time, imagine being told you could never go back to your home planet.
Yeah. This is a much better way to write someone off the show than Tasha.
Mm-hmm. And we're less than 10 minutes in.
Commercial break.
Whee!
We're back.
Woo. Oh,
That, what was that?
the gravity shield.
No, I meant the theme.
It's very Star Trek 2, isn't it? Yeah, it's very James Horner.
I really like the soundtrack to Star Trek 2.
I know you do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to let you take the music reins on that one when we record it. I did my analysis of the motion picture. You can do too.
I mean, like the little extra look there.
Yeah.
Don't try anything shady.
Whoa, he gets to be Master Chief.
Did they tell them she was coming?
I assume not. Don't follow him, Gordon. Oh my god. Wouldn't affect him at all.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. That's honestly, it's exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
Her sister is Princess Zelda.
All I remember now is the robot chicken Princess Zelda thing.
I don't remember that. You just said they worked you. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. I've already told them you're stupid.
Turles? Like the Saiyan?
Yeah. I mean, he's the only one that could, withstand their gravity.
Yeah.
He had to get stronger, so he came there.
Oh my god, he's at least like 4 Raditzes. You know what I'd do if I was Alara?
Leave.
I'd go, like, join the military. No. Probably. He's a white guy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's her responsibility to pay that back, right? Good for you, kid. Well, they have a fucking beach house. Of course they do.
Well,
They are
yeah.
exactly the kind of assholes who would own a beach house.
I mean, I wish I could own a beach house.
I don't, because I don't want to be that son of a bitch.
I
Well-
just wish I could own a house. That would be nice.
Yeah, actually, that would be nice, yeah. I'd be happy with this house, really, if I owned it.
Commercial break.
Yee!
We're back.
Woohoo!
I think they have a hover car.
Of course, they have a hover car.
I mean, I kind of want a hover car too.
Let me guess, they leased it. Well, you just don't have to worry about paying for service. I do like the design.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, it's this guy.
Cool effect. Just, coming in over the ocean.
Yeah. I recognize that actor. Who is he?
So his name is Ceres, which was the bad guy in Galaxy Quest.
That is an owl
Chris
horse.
Flanders.
Chris Flanders. Okay, I don't know. That's totally an owl horse. That's what that is. It's gonna peck the shit
An
out of you.
evac.
Yeah. Yeah, horseback riding is good to strengthen up your back.
You watch Desperate Housewives a lot?
No, I don't.
No.
Oh, well, he was on that.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you watch Desperate Housewives a lot?
No.
Let us know in the comments.
Would you like us to do a commentary on Desperate Housewives? Because we won't.
Let's say I've been really trying to basically stop drinking. Wait, is she a human in that? Like, did she not have her forehead makeup?
I wasn't paying attention enough for that. I was more distracted by the hair extensions, so.
Yeah, me too. And of course, they have a keypad locked patio door in their beach house.
We don't want to talk to you. We're going to bed.
Sounds about right. Nothing like the cold, unfamiliar bed of a house I didn't want to go to. People who treat me like shit all the time.
Commercial break?
Whee!
We're back.
Ooh!
Uh-oh, it's another ship.
Oh no! It's full of different people. It's gonna be one of those gay porn Mocklins from the last episode, isn't it? What?
What? Is that like one of those Dr. Seuss things?
I think so, yeah. Oh, God. This- Is that? I'm thinking Hank Azaria.
What? What was his name?
Tharl.
Tharl. Tharl.
It's the live action Tick.
Is he,
I can't remember the name. If only I had a thing.
It's Joe Swanson from
okay,
Family Guy.
Know.
The guy in the wheelchair.
Oh, hey, the robbers.
So we have 2 doctors. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Phlox, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm. Yeah, take Zelda.
Yeah. That always turns out well. That must be really inconvenient to eat, like, under that. Under his trunk. He's going to spill that all over the console. All right, I've changed my mind. He's the best alien ever in any science fiction that has ever existed.
Just pound food. Just pound it.
Oh man. Like I want to see him bowling because I know he's just gonna shot put the bowling ball like all the way.
What about Dan?
Yep. Yeah, you're kind of right.
Wow.
No, I don't think you are. Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh. Why is that bad? Commercial break.
Whee! That is a good question. Why is it bad?
We're back.
Woo!
Yeah. Well, he's used to eating Neelix's food.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, no, he's not, because he was a hologram.
Nah. So this is going to be like Bender cooking, isn't it? Don't worry, guys. This has 10% less than a lethal dose of salt. Oh, no.
Hmm. Hmm. Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Mm. What?
What?
What? What?
What?
What?
Hmm.
Now's the perfect time for that huge smile.
What? What?
Oh, my.
Um.
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 Uh. Ah. Why?
I'm sure the capsaicin feels great on that fresh 3rd-degree burn. Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
Then why do parents always do that and cause their children to run away from them? Oh, so they're not only selfish white people, they're stupid white people.
Mm.
They're anti-vaxxers.
Uh-huh.
They're baby boomer, middle-class, suburban white anti-vaxxers. It's a whole planet of them.
What?
Oh my god. That.
Commercial break?
Uh,
We're back.
uh. Hey, guess what? We found. Oh, shit.
Just hold your hand up in front of you.
Yeah.
Mm. Um.
Oh, shot him right in the battery. She at least knows how to use her weight, if not her strength.
Uh.
That always works.
Yeah. Climbing stairs would not be easy.
Um. Can extend the shuttle gravity field back the
Move
shuttle
the
up.
shuttle over a little bit. He is a good pilot.
Send Zelda!
Uh, uh, uh,
Uh,
go get his gun.
go get his gun.
Go get his gun.
Ah!
There's Saris.
Yeah, I found him.
Ah, yeah.
Um, just go faster.
He's trying. He's only got one hand.
Oh,
Oh, God! Wow.
Uh-huh.
How do you know?
He's a doctor.
He's always been a doctor.
He's in a spacesuit, though.
Somebody call the police or
Yeah.
law enforcement or something.
What did you want to talk to her about? Yeah. Yeah, that's my job. Listen to her. And that's your fault. For like the next 10 minutes. I'll say anything right now.
Better than Dr. Phlox.
Good point. Sometimes you just have to kill somebody else's children to realize how bad of a parent you are.
Oh.
That's the lesson from this episode. And her legs give out.
Also, don't be a douche.
That too. Just got to go through 2 hours of polio stretches a week.
Oh, but what are they going to do about, what's his name? I've already forgot his name. The esophagus guy.
Yeah, it's okay. They'll just buy some more happiness. Emotions in my father.
What's in the box?
Her dad's hand.
Her sister's finger?
Yeah. I've never hugged a female before.
Getting some strange feelings.
It's better than a hologram on a soundstage.
Oh.
Yup.
What's with the security chief and the android always having some weird relationship?
I still don't think that's a good design to put the engine right behind the shuttle bay like that.
What's in the box, man?
The box weighs 1,000 pounds. Pickles?
Jar of pickles.
Oh, I get it. Want to open this jar of pickles for me? Yeah, okay.
So, horrible injuries aside, what do you guys think?
Oh, that brought up a lot of unpleasant memories that I've run away from. Good way to spend a Tuesday.
But it is a much better write-off episode than they gave Tasha on Next Generation.
Oh, far better. Yeah, and there's an opening for her to come back if she wants to. The character's still there. They just have to go pick her up. Simple
yeah. Instead of a contrived time travel plot, or like let's bring back a descendant from that contrived time travel plot,
Mm-hmm. And they even, excuse me, they didn't even give the avenue of criticism for well, she has this condition that can't be cured. They found a way to cure it before the end of the episode, so nobody's going to be able to come back and say that, and. You can kind of tell that there's that side of Seth MacFarlane who has made criticisms like that when stuff's been retconned in the future, that they worked around every possible way to make the protests happen later.
Mm-hmm.
So it does kind of suck though, because I really like that character.
Yeah.
Well, and I think from some of the reading I was doing, they were saying, when season 1 came out, it was kind of uncertain if they would get a season 2, at least at first. And then she had taken on some other commitments because she's a young actress. I would imagine she has to take all the good jobs she can.
Oh, yeah.
At this point in her career. So some scheduling conflicts might have made it so she had to leave. Yeah. So we might see her back.
Well, and I can't imagine this is the biggest offer she's getting, particularly now that there are people who, more people who know her from doing the show, because she is so good, and that's one of the, there's always that downfall with these kind of Star Trek shows. It's Star Trek, is that you have a large cast, and as things go on, people's careers evolve. You have to pay them more to retain them. Imagine that, an industry where you get paid requisite to your notoriety and accomplishments and seniority. Like, imagine that. That's the thing I've never experienced in my life. But
none of us have, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, but So that's always a problem, is you end up with people who have all these external offers and other things they can be doing in their career. And I think I would imagine with Star Trek and the Next Generation, it was pretty well understood that nobody wanted to break up the band, as it were, But as the Next Generation continued, they were taking on other projects. I mean, you saw LeVar Burton and Reading Rainbow. You saw, well, you had like mostly the whole cast doing like cartoon voiceovers for Warner Brothers. Jonathan Frakes, I think, was doing Unsolved Mysteries before the end of Next Generation, and
he was doing what was it called? It's like Factor Fiction or something.
Yeah, something like that. But it was one of those type of shows.
I thought he took over Unsolved Mysteries also at some point. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. Michael Dorn may have been in stuff, but I don't know because I can't recognize him without the makeup.
He did. No, he did. He did voiceovers too. I think half of them did voiceovers for that cartoon Gargoyles.
Gargoyles, yeah, they did Gargoyles. Patrick Stewart, became a film and TV actor because of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Brent Spiner was always doing things, and Will Wheaton sort of did some stuff for a while. His career was more impacted by kind of his personal demons than his performance on Star Trek, I think. But the point being, those sort of things in the modern day, in the 20-teens and soon to be 2020s, those things move at a faster pace than they did 20, 30 years ago. And even going so far as the new Star Trek movies, Star Trek, etc., and Into Darkness and Beyond, Star Trek 4 or Star Trek 14 or Star Trek D, which was as of yet untitled, has essentially been canceled because Chris Pine didn't want to do it because it's not worth it to him to do it. And, Star Trek went all the way to 6, and really they stopped making them because the writers and producers were like, okay, guys, you're getting too old. We can't pay you enough. They were all happy to do a 7, as long as it wasn't Generations, which it was, but that's a whole other thing. So, and that was, and they were all in their 50s and 60s and, 70s at that point, where, this is, I would be amazed if the actress Halston Sage is much older than the character, if she is older than the character. The character's what, 23? Something like that. So, yeah. I'm not surprised.
Born in 93.
Born in 93, so she's 27.
Yep.
This year, at some point. 26.
May 10th.
Yeah, so she's 25 right now, 26 in a couple months. So, yeah. So it all makes sense. But, I hope they don't have I really hope they don't have any more turnover. I'm to a point where I like all the characters. Lamar took me a while to be okay with, but with him transitioning to chief engineer, I didn't like it at first, but it works. Of course, I like Norm Macdonald better, but Norm Macdonald, they can't have him full time for all these same reasons that we talked about. He has a career, the budget, and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But Bortus is wonderful. He's my favorite character. Isaac is becoming really good. So it's kind of a trade-off. You can't necessarily have the best actors in the world on a show with this large of a cast for a long term. You can get a couple of diamonds in the rough, and then you can get a lot of sort of, not as in-demand people who are perfectly competent but are not going to be superstars. And that's just kind of the way it has to be. Any other thoughts?
No, you about covered it. I mean, no, go ahead.
My arm and shins hurt.
My soul hurts.
Yeah. But no, like the one thing I do like about shows like this is they tend to get fairly under the radar actors and actresses, and then you can have ones that have breakout roles, or alternatively you have the ones that get typecast and that's all they do the rest of their careers. But at least giving them an opportunity for exposure.
Right. I would like to think that, I would like to hope anyway, that we're kind of past that phase of filmmaking. The fourth wall has come down. We all know that it's an act. You know, I mean, to borrow a term from another universe, kayfabe has died.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you know, when you know, it's common practice in the modern day to watch a movie or TV show and say, oh yeah, so and so, he was really good at what's his name and whatever the heck it was. And you know, you're not necessarily we've achieved this level where we're duly aware of the character and the actor almost all the time. And I don't think that was true 30, 40 years ago. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think people recognized Leonard Nimoy as Spock because they only saw Spock. They only knew Spock. And I don't know that would happen the same way if it were today. I don't really know that it would.
Well, and we've yet to have, you know, a more grounded, well, this is the first, you know, like kind of grounded Star Trek series in the modern era.
It really kind of is.
You know, Enterprise was just a little bit too early for it to be, I don't know, connected world where everybody could go easily online and just look up everything, or at least would be inclined to.
Right. And you gotta consider that the Enterprise ended in 2005, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here is a list of websites that did not yet exist when Enterprise was airing. Just off the top of my head, websites that did not yet exist: Facebook, YouTube. I'm not sure MySpace was a thing yet, and that's, you know, there are children asking right now, what's MySpace?
MySpace was around because I remember using it like at the end of high school.
Oh, okay. Smartphones did not yet exist. Let's see, what else? We were into Windows XP Service Pack 2 for our internet access needs. I built a computer that year that had the staggering amount of 1 gigabyte of RAM.
Oh my God.
I know. You know, I had a cell phone. It had a black dot matrix screen. You know, so yeah, you're right. That was the year 2005 was a lot closer to the 20th century than it is to the year 2019, both in terms of time, but in terms of the way life was.
Yeah. We've got a little off topic from the Orville.
We did. Well, the point of that was like what we're doing right now.
Times have changed.
Yeah, times have changed, and what we're doing right now, right? We're all on broadband connections, streaming high-definition video, and recording our conversations in real time with each other to upload to a video processing website at the rate of about 2.5 hours a week or more if we feel like it. And while doing that, we have the leftover bandwidth and computing power to look up details about these people. When we see a face we recognize, it's like, oh, who's that? What are they in? And so that is not the way that we experienced media back in the olden days. Therefore, that's why people's actors' careers move at a different pace and in a different direction and in different ways than they used to, because we have the fourth wall broken down for us due to our access to all that information all the time, which we didn't have during Star Trek Enterprise. There we go.
Yes. So we're not like, oh, that's what John Billingsley. We're like, oh, that's Dr. Phlox.
Yeah. It was an interesting point of like, you know, hey, you know, friend, did you know that guy that was the extra on Enterprise last week, who talked a little more than most extras, is the creator of Family Guy? You know, who is now Captain Ed Mercer in the Orville, and we all know everything about him.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. There we are. I think we've made that point pretty clear.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, better episode.
A lot better episode.
Yeah, I had trouble watching it, but that's because of my own past. So we hope you enjoyed it. We hope it was easier for you to watch than it was for me. Keep tuning into the Orville. Eventually, there's going to be an episode that I really enjoy from this season. I have faith that maybe next week... you, man.
Oh, so many beeps.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.